In a quiet valley surrounded by soft blue mountains in the land of Vermont, the kind of place where even the wind moves politely, there lived a girl named Emily. The village was small, so small that if someone sneezed on one end, the other side said, "Bless you." Every morning, before the sun stretched its arms across the sky, Emily walked along the narrow dirt path with her goats. Now, these goats were not ordinary goats. These goats had personalities. One of them, the white one, walked like it owned the village, calm, steady, like it was paying taxes. Emily would shake her head and say, "Relax, you don't even have pockets." The river flowed beside her, ducks gliding like they had nowhere urgent to be, which they didn't. The houses stood quietly, smoke rising gently from cooking fires. It was peaceful. Too peaceful, according to some people. "If you stay here," Uncle George would say dramatically while swinging his farming tool like he was giving a political speech, "you will stay small." He always said it loudly, as if the mountains needed convincing too. The other young people believed him. One by one, they left the village, chasing big dreams in big cities with big traffic and very small apartments. The village grew quieter, but Emily stayed, not because she was scared, not because she lacked ambition, but because she was thinking. One evening, she sat by the river, watching the water move. Grandma Margaret was there, washing vegetables with the seriousness of someone negotiating a peace treaty. "Child," Margaret said, without looking up, "do you know why the river never gets tired?" Emily shook her head. "Because it doesn't compete with the ocean. It just keeps flowing." Emily blinked. Margaret added, "Also, it doesn't complain on social media." Emily laughed, but the message stayed. The next morning, nothing looked different. The goats still needed her, the fields still needed care, Uncle George still needed an audience, but something inside her had shifted. She began waking up earlier, before the roosters, before the sun, even before her doubts. She read old books someone had abandoned. She studied numbers. She learned about soil, crops, trade. At night, she studied by lantern light, while the white goat slept outside like a disciplined security guard. No one clapped. No one posted about her grind. No motivational music played in the background. Just crickets and consistency. Then, one year, heavy rains destroyed part of the harvest. Panic spread faster than gossip. "This is why we should have left," Uncle George declared, pointing at the sky like it personally offended him. But Emily didn't panic. She gathered the farmers under the mango tree, not with big speeches, not with dramatic background music, just with calm confidence. She shared ideas, crop rotation, direct market selling, saving together. At first, they looked at her like she had suggested farming on the moon. "She's just a girl who walks goats," someone whispered. Emily smiled. "Yes," she said, "and those goats survive every season." Silence. Even Uncle George scratched his head. Slowly, they tried her ideas. Small changes, small improvements. The harvest improved. Profits increased. The village started breathing differently. Children began learning under the mango tree in the evenings. Little Marvis would raise his hand for every question, even when he didn't know the answer. "Confidence first," he would say proudly. Years passed, not loudly, not dramatically, but steadily. Visitors from nearby towns began arriving. They wanted to see the small village that refused to fail. Uncle George stood by the river one evening, watching Emily organize farmers with calm authority. "You never left," he said quietly, "yet somehow you grew." Emily looked at the mountains glowing in sunset. "You don't grow by moving, you grow by improving." The white goat walked past them slowly, as if agreeing. The river kept flowing, the ducks kept gliding. The valley remained simple, but inside that simplicity was power. You see, the world celebrates noise, it celebrates speed, it celebrates overnight success. But the truth? Overnight success usually took 10 years. Built in silence, built in early mornings, built in valleys nobody believed in. Like that river, it never rushes, it never argues, it never announces. It just flows. And eventually, it shapes the land. So, if they say you are in a small place, smile. If they say you are unknown, smile. If they say you need to leave before you can grow, smile. Then wake up early, study, improve, be disciplined, be like the river. And maybe, just maybe, one day the sane people who doubted you will stand by your success and say, "We always knew you would make it." And you will smile again, because you will know the truth. You didn't chase noise, you built power. Quietly, steadily, like the white goat walking with confidence it did not need to explain. If you enjoyed Emily's journey and want to see more stories about quiet strength, patience, and the magic of small villages, don't forget to subscribe. Every week we share tales that inspire, teach, and warm your heart, just like the river flowing, steadily, quietly, and full of life. Join us, and let's grow together.